These are 10 signs that you're not ready for boot camp. Number 1 is if you're pending any legal trouble. Even if this is just a speeding ticket, you need to wrap it up before you ship off, right? It is going to pop up. It will get flagged. They will find it. Even if you don't think it's going to get found, and you're going to get to recruit training, and they're going to be like, yank you aside. Hey, recruit, did you know you have a parking ticket you didn't pay? And then it's going to be this whole freaking thing when you could just pay your parking ticket. And just to tell you how important this is, I had a kid get a speeding ticket the week before boot camp once. And I'm not even kidding. The kid calls me from the side of the road after the police officer leaves and is like, I just got a ticket. And this is when I was a recruiter. Called the police dispatch. I'm like, yo, this just happened. And they're like, oh, okay, hang on. They get the officer's information. They gave me the officer's cell phone number. I call the officer who's still sitting on the side of the road doing his thing after my applicant drove off. And I'm like, hey, homeboy goes to boot camp in 2 weeks. What do we need to do to expedite this? Like, if need be, we can just pay it, own it, be done. Or is there a way to like not have it hit the system? And, you know, unfortunately for us, it hit the system. It is what it is. I'm not magic. I can't clear everything. There were times I was able to help a kid get out of stuff via the like, call me before you get in trouble. And I'm like, hey officer, like he goes to boot camp in 3 days. Can we tell him he's an idiot and hook him up? Because generally, unless you're being a total most officers, law enforcement are pretty cool, especially with people going to recruit training. So we do this. The guy is like, hey, he's going to go to this judge, this court. Boom. We're like, whatever. I don't remember the exact specifics, but long short, I'm making phone calls and we got this thing, paid like 2 days later, and he got like a receipt and ships to boot camp. No big deal. But had that been open, it would have been a big deal, right? So if you have any pending legal tickets, whatever, doesn't matter how insignificant, just wrap the bow on it, right? Talk to your recruiter, get ahead of it, be upfront about it. It's not the end of the world, but if you go to boot camp with it open, not cool. Number 2 is if you're fat or scrawny, right? Like at the end of the day, get in shape. If you can't run and pass the basic fitness test, that's going to make your life very difficult. Now, I know there are some branches like the Army that have like a pre-boot camp, like a pre-boot camp to help you get in shape, but you still are, it's in your best interest to be in shape before you ship off to recruit training. And if you can't do basic body weight reps, push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, plank, that kind of stuff, squats, then that's going to be hard. So like bare minimum, just start doing, maybe it's 3 sets of 10 reps for all of those. Talk to your recruiter, see what needs to happen. But like, I would say those like 5 things, like push up, pull up, crunch, plank, squat, maybe lunge, like basic body weight exercises. Get to a point where you can do a significant amount of them. So start doing them. Even if you can only do 5 of each or 1 pull-up, start working on it consistently and get better. As far as the running, the recruiters will have the minimum. They'll tell you what it needs to be, but get in shape. Get used to being on your feetsies, whether that's walking, carrying weight, running, like get to a place where you want to get used to that because you don't want to be dealing with shin splints and hip issues and knee issues and pain that's unnecessary because you didn't get your body used to moving. So get out, walk, jog, run, whatever, get in better shape. Number 3 is if you're consistently dealing with like shin splints, knee pain, back pain, all the basic stuff, right? Like that's kind of what I was just alluding to. Start building into that. Work out a plan. Go talk to a local shoe store and get quality shoes for your feet, right? Based on how you walk. Like set yourself up for success. Take the time to rest and recover, ice, stretch, whatever that is to get yourself set up, because you don't want to like ship to recruit training dealing with like a whole bunch of pains and stuff that aren't necessarily going to go away at recruit training. So take the time to get your body used to moving. Number 4, if you have drugs in your system. Look, I don't care where you live. I don't care how legal marijuana is. If you smoke pot the week before you go to boot camp, it is not going to end well with you. Like just stop that stuff. Once you join the delayed entry program, get it out of your system, right? 30 days before recruit training at bare freaking minimum. That's still kind of risky depending on how much you smoked and for how long and how consistently. So like, don't go to recruit training with drugs in your system. They're going to test you. I kid you not. This is the fastest way people get booted out of the military. I can't even tell you, like when I shipped to boot camp, I think our platoon started at like 120 people. And by the time we left, it was like 90 something like that. They're a little bit smaller now from my understanding because I was kind of during the plus up, but there is still a significant number of kids, yes, kids, who go to recruit training and get dropped for drugs. That is the dumbest freaking thing. Like now it's going to show that you got pushed out of the military for an admin step over what? You smoked a blunt? Like, don't get me wrong, like I'll just tell you here now that I'm out and live where it's legal, I like the marijuana every now and then. I get it. I like bourbon every now and then. I get it. I like cigars every now and then. I get it. There is no joint in the entire world that is worth your entire career. No drug is worth your career. So get the crap out of your system, put your head on straight, and don't up over something so dumb. Like, you will have to live with that for the rest of your friggin' life. Oh, I went to boot camp once. Oh, what happened? Well, I got high right before because I'm a freaking idiot, and I lost my chance at earning the title Marine and had to like revamp my entire life plan because I didn't have enough self-control to say no to a blunt a month and a half prior to boot camp. Like, is that really the legacy you want to live with? And you know what will probably happen is you won't say a word to anybody about it because you'll be so incredibly ashamed that you won't even be able to tell anyone you went to boot camp. Don't set yourself up for that. Get that crap out of your system. Behave for like 45 days. Number 5 is if you're not committed. Like, if you're just like, I'm going to quit when things get hard, don't freaking waste your time. Don't waste your recruiter's time. Just don't do it. Like, you need to be all in. You need to understand that this is a life change that will help you for the better, have a huge purpose in life. Don't quit on yourself. Number 6 is if you need comfort to function. You're not going to have it at boot camp. So if you are like a creature of comfort who can't deal with any adversity, any change, anything, like, go put yourself through starting to do hard things. That could be as simple as like take a cold shower for 30 seconds in the morning, cold plunge, sauna, like hot, cold. Those are easy ways to like get yourself used to a little bit of change or discomfort. But like, do something a little hard every day. Do something that challenges yourself a little day. Do something to get yourself out of your shell. You need to be okay with the fact that at recruit training, you're going to be pushed to your limits. And so, like, get ready for it. Number 7 is if you can't handle getting corrected, right? It's funny to me because every service member I've ever met, every veteran I've ever met has heard somebody, especially recruiters, because I used to hear this a lot, say, well, I would have joined the military, but if a drill instructor got in my face, I'd punch him. Like, that, they think that makes them sound tough, but all we hear and all we know is that doesn't make you tough. That just means you fundamentally have no control of your emotions. Like, you have no self-control. You have no regulation. You have no bearing. You don't have what it takes to be in the military, especially a United States Marine. We heard that excuse all the time. I would have joined the military, but. Especially like, I would have joined the Marine Corps, but. And it's like, if that is, I would have punched a drill instructor in the face, like, you're a freaking child. You're not meant to be a military guy. Like, that doesn't make you tough at all. That is like any martial arts you ever take. 101 is like regulating and only in need of emergency. Not punching a drill instructor in his face because he's doing his freaking job and you can't handle it because your little feelings are sensitive. So if that's you, don't waste anyone's time. Go away. Number 8 is if you don't listen to your recruiter. Look, I get DMs all the time, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not the guy. I haven't been a recruiter in over 10 years. So your recruiter is there for a reason. Do what they tell you. Ask them, how should I prepare for boot camp? How fit should I be? What information should I know? What knowledge should I know? What should I be studying? And then do what your recruiter says. If you do that, you'll be set up for success. Your recruiter's job is to get you through boot camp. I don't think people realize this, but like, the most devastating thing, at least for the Marine Corps side, that a recruiter can have happen is somebody go to boot camp and not make it. That looks 100 times worse on your career than just not having enlisted the person in the first place. And so your recruiter's job and what they are primarily graded on is 3 things. How many people you enlisted, how many of those went to boot camp, how many of those made it through boot camp. The made it through boot camp is the hardest, like, that is the most important. For reference, let's say you only enlisted 2 people a month and both 2 people made it to boot camp all the time and all of them made it through boot camp. You would look way better as a recruiter than if you enlisted 48 people, so 4 a month. And of those, like 44 made it to boot camp, so you had 4 drop. And of those 44 that went to boot camp, only like 40 made it through boot camp. So of the 48, like 4 a month that you enlisted, only like 3.15 made it through boot camp. That would look worse in a lot of situations, and you would get a lot more calls about that than if you just enlisted 2, so 24, and all 24 made it to boot camp and all 24 graduated. Making it through recruit training is your recruiter's top job. And so let them help you. Do what they tell you. Number 9 is if you lied to your recruiter and you're not willing to take it to the grave. And like, I'm not encouraging you to lie to your recruiter. The days of that are kind of gone because now there's a system that can check all your medical records. They can check all your legal documents. They're going to do a drug test, like all the things. So it often will get caught. But if you do decide that there is something you need to lie to your recruiter about, and you think you're going to just open up and tell your drill instructor about it, like if you're even remotely worried that you're going to have an honest moment at recruit training, tell your freaking recruiter. Do not lie about something, at least not something you're not prepared to take to the absolute freaking grave with you. Because if it comes out at boot camp, it's way worse than if it comes out ahead of time and your recruiter can work around it, right? So be honest with your recruiter, and in the off chance you are hell-bent on not, then don't be honest with anyone else. Because if you have a discrepancy, that's worse than just telling your recruiter ahead of time. So know where you're at and stick to it. Number 10, you shouldn't go to recruit training if your balls haven't dropped. I.e., don't be a little... I joke about that. I'm joking. But set yourself up for success. Take time to get yourself ready for boot camp. It is going to be a challenge. I've got a ton of other videos on MEPS and prepping for boot camp, what to expect at boot camp, and all the other things. And at the end of the day, the one thing that no video I make can do is give you the willpower and the balls to make it through. Reword that in your head however you want to reword it to say, you need to be in a good headspace. You need to be physically ready, mentally ready, and determined that you are going to make it through recruit training. If you can do those things, you'll be okay. Best of luck out there. Thank you for joining the cause to serve our great nation. Semper Fidelis. Have a great day.